Sometimes you just want to throw some knives. You don't care about the vanadium content of the steel or whether the scales are made out of titanium or carbon fiber. It doesn't matter if the blade is Tonto style or if it has a frame lock. And you really couldn't give a damn if the blade runs on bearings. Sometimes you just want to throw some knives. So that's what this video is about. We're going to throw some knives. So let's go inside and take a closer look at the SOG 10-inch throwing knives. Hello and welcome back to Blade Insider, where we talk about all things knives. Today we're reviewing and fooling around with the SOG 10-inch throwing knives. SOG is a manufacturer that I had no experience with. It stands for Studies and Observation Group and was started by Spencer Frazier back in 1986. He wanted to recreate a Bowie knife used by U.S. Special Operations Unit in Vietnam. Now SOG sells the Bowie 2.0 to commemorate this special ops knife. Other than the Bowie, SOG makes a wide variety of different knives, some with S35 steel, but most with lesser budget steels. One of these knives is the throwing knives. But before we get into the throwing knife, I want you to consider subscribing to this channel. We appreciate all of our subscribers and work hard to make the very best videos for you. So if you're interested in knives, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the bell for new weekly content. Here is a set of throwing knives. I got these as a gift from a good friend, so it's hard to do a review on knives that have a sentimental value. So instead of a review, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the knives and then have a little fun with them and go out and throw them. Whether I can get them to stick in anything is another matter altogether. So these knives are called the SOG 10-inch throwing knives. SOG isn't great on naming their knives. You can get a set of 3 blades and the nylon sheath. The sheath seems sturdy and feels a lot like canvas. It has a large belt loop and a Velcro strap to bind the 3 knives into place. So let's run the tail of the tape on these knives. The overall length is 10 inches. The blade length is 4.4 inches. Blade thickness is 0.14 inches. Blade material is 420 steel. The blade weighs 6.53 ounces. And SOG makes the blades in China. Each knife is coated black and wrapped in paracord. The paracord seems to be tucked into the wrappings in 2 spots. Other reviewers have complained that the wrappings come out. I think I'll melt where the paracord is tucked into the wrapping in order to prevent it from unwinding. The handle is approximately 5.5 inches and fits well in my large hands. The knife is very comfortable in my hand. Traditional throwing knives have a more uniform triangular shape to them. These knives look a lot more like a traditional fixed blade knife. It has a clip point blade style and a working edge on it. It can be used in the field in place of a regular knife. The blade steel is 420 steel. This is a budget steel. Let's compare it to VG10. 420 rates a 6 out of 10 in ease of sharpening, 4 for edge retention, 5 for toughness, and 4 for corrosion resistance. VG10 ranks a 6 out of 10 for ease of sharpening, 5 for edge retention, 4 for toughness, and 7 for corrosion resistance. So really, the only noticeable difference that VG10 has over 420 steel is that it's more corrosion resistant. All right, well, we're going to have some fun and throw some knives. I'm not very good at this. I just started, so bear with me. pretty good.
Pretty good.
Nice. Well, we're back in the house, and I want to sum up my thoughts on the SOG 10-inch throwing knives. I just beat the hell out of them. They were thrown against the plywood and fell against the concrete. I was worried that the tips may break off or the edges would roll on me. Both the steel and the edge held out. I was also worried about the paracord coming loose on the knife. The paracord held up as well. Now these knives are pretty well balanced when throwing them. I'm no knife throwing expert, but you can definitely tell the difference between throwing these knives and throwing other knives that I've done in the past. And it's very satisfying and fun when you stick the knives in wood. I will definitely be building a target and backboard this winter in my garage. Growing up, I remember scenes from movies like Gangs of New York, The Expendables, and Desperado. These movies all had memorable knife-throwing scenes, and every kid at one point of his life tried to throw knives, mostly without success. So it's great to get away from knife collecting and just have some fun throwing knives, even though I'm really not great at it. Knives are tools and probably the most used tool we have, but knives can also be fun too, and this product from SOG proves that. While I don't think I'll be going out into the woods to hunt game with these throwing knives, there's nothing stopping me from fooling around in the garage and throwing these knives at a target. Therefore, I think this set of knives are a great starter set to get into that world of throwing knives. And after you get the hang of it, then maybe, just maybe, you're on your way to become that ninja assassin of your childhood dreams. So what do you think? Do you have a set of throwing knives? I know that axe throwing has become a popular thing to do while drinking a lot of beer. What do you think of knife throwing? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And while you're down there, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Well, that's it for us here at Blade Insider. Remember to be responsible, be respectful, and be happy. We'll see you next time.